You know, sisters who beef, who fight about what clothes they wear, will end up fighting about men. They'll want to steal men from each other. Women just want to destroy other women. Women want to see other women unhappy.
He's even trying to divorce with the wife to go for the side chick because they feel that there's an happiness that way they get.
Yes.
On the later stage, when they look at on that, they'll regret when things are not going well.
Rule number 1, never get back with your ex.
Yeah.
Rule number 2, never break rule number 1.
Aibo.
Simple.
Dumelang, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of SA Men Talk. Nalibito lakakete buhom Team Kulu, and I am not alone. I'm with my panelist, Serge Cabonge. How are you, Serge?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I am good. And today we have our guest panelists. We have Forbiden and we have Nota. How are you guys?
Nice and yourself.
You're good.
Very good.
As you guys all know, Serge is a businessman and he's he's all that, right?
That's true. You know, always.
You know what I mean? So, Forbiden, thank you for joining us on the show for this episode. People want to know, who is Forbiden? Now I know you since I was 5 years old. We practically grew up together. I mean, you're like my brother.
Oh, who is that? Not we grew up together.
Who is it?
Yeah. So Forbiden ke Mpho wangakani from Foslo. I'm a creative, not a photographer, by the way. What else do I do? Videography, anything creative. Let's just say an all-rounder creative.
And you worked at Ambitious with your MTs, with your La Sauce, with you know what? You guys are so modest, though.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. We can't just be out there. You know, I worked with Nota. I did this. Nah.
Yeah,
the work speaks for itself, but yeah, we're out here.
You're keeping it cool. And we got Nota. Everybody knows Nota. You know, now I've known you, Nota, for like 10 years. You used to date my roommate.
Yeah.
Without mentioning names, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but, sorry, you know what? I shouldn't have had my earphones in. I just received a call from my dad. Sorry. I haven't spoken to him all day. I don't know, what kind of
Who's
boyfriend
Nota?
am I?
Who's Nota?
No.
Before we get into what kind of boyfriend, I think more, let's not even go there.
That one, I mean, they can watch other platforms to ask that question. But I really want to know, like, was I a good roommate's boyfriend?
Do you know what's funny, ne? Nota was actually a good guy.
Was.
Well, I can't say even no. I haven't seen you in like 10 years, but Nota was a good boyfriend to my roommate. I mean, when we met, you were, again, Questa was coming up and you were busy always on your laptop. I'm like, what you up to? You're like, no, I'm managing this artist, Questa. And then Questa had what do you call this? When, a listening session. Session at some point. We got there. I think it was like 10 or 20 of us, you know what I mean? Like, you were still coming up and we showed support and you were working hard and Questa blew up and I was like, wow, now I see what Nota was doing. You know?
But the boyfriend part, how did I treat your housemate?
Good, of course. Like, you were always there for my friend, you know, or for my roommate. You were always there. Like, you were a good boyfriend. And then I saw you on socials and stuff. I'm like, hey, man.
Who's this one?
Who's this one? Is this Nota? Is this Nhlamulo? What's happening?
Yeah. So, no, okay. I just wanted to know that. Like, yeah. I try to be a good person.
Yeah.
I try to be the best person I can be, I think. I don't try to be a good person. So, like, yeah. No, it's good to know because people never tell you. Like, they never come to see you.
No.
And people never say that.
You are a good guy. Even my husband says, you know what? Nota is a great guy. Nota's smart. You know, like my husband always says that. Like, Nota is a very smart guy. You know?
I used to hang out with your husband a lot, actually. We used to sit on the balcony together
and
chat.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, well, he was your boyfriend then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, and he was a good man as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him for you. I remember the first day I met him. Remember, I came to you and told you, hey, this one I like.
You actually told me.
Yeah.
You told me.
Yeah.
So who is Nota? People want to know. People want to know. Nota, like, what are you busy with? What are you up to? What are you doing?
Man, right now I'm just like, living life, I guess.
Yeah.
One day at a time.
New York.
Yeah, I'm living bi-coastally, so I'm living on either end of the Atlantic Ocean. the South Atlantic and the North Atlantic, you know. So that's part of me expanding my business. You know, I've moved my record label and I'm basing it, you know, in the largest music market in the world.
Yeah.
You know, South Africa is not yet top 10, but at least it's in the top 20. But I've done everything that there is to be done within this recording industry in South Africa already. So, you know, I knew that it was time to move on to other things as well.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on this episode of SMN Talk. So today's topic is, by the way, for those who just joined us, please do subscribe. Click on that subscribe button and click on the bell. And am I forgetting something? Pela, when I know you're always on podcasts.
Exactly.
Like-
This man
And
should
like-
be presented, yeah.
Yes,
Subscribe,
and likes.
follow.
And follow. So this show is all about getting into the minds of men and trying to find out exactly what men think about and how they are and so forth. And this is for us women to finally get into the minds of men. So on today's episode, we are talking about are married men really the price? And the reason why I have this panel is because this panel, they've all been married before. Right?
And we're still married, some of us.
Oh, you're still married?
Yes, I am still married.
We're coming there. So Serge has been married for 10 years. Serge was married for 10 years. Forbidden, you were married for
6 years.
6 years.
Word,
and,
yes, sis. Why did you end it? Damn, okay, damn.
and Nota, you have been married for how, or you... Gang, what's happening? Aren't you divorced?
No, No, I'm not going to divorce.
You're not going to divorce?
No.
So you were happily married for how long?
I mean, I'm still happily married. I think, you know, sometimes you can be happiest alone.
Oh, yeah?
And just married.
Okay.
Like, I think it's the perfect marriage. You know what I mean?
Yourself.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. I'm trying to remember. I got married I was about to say in community of property. But I guess it is. I got married traditionally on the 26th of July, 2020.
Yeah.
That's when I did my lobola and everything. And then negotiations happened. And then I got legally married at Home Affairs on the 10th of May, 2021.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
So you've been married now for like 3 years?
2020, 4 years.
For 4 years?
Almost, yeah.
Oh, nice.
In July.
Congratulations.
How long have I been dating?
Before you got married.
Oh, no. I thought you were asking about now.
Are you dating now?
Well,
That's all you thought.
no, I'm done. Yeah, I think I found, you know, whoever I'm going to marry next. So, yeah.
So you're dating?
No. I think I'm getting married again.
Yeah.
So
You're engaged?
No, not yet. We don't engage in African custom. How long did we date before we got married with my first wife? I guess February the 18th.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's so funny.
February?
that
Which year?
I chose the 18th of February, and I kept delaying, like, us actually starting to date. So she was going to, like, a gig or shows in the Eastern Cape. So I said, listen, I need you to, like, do this the whole time you're down there, right? We haven't started
what?
dating. Like,
Why?
so she would send me selfies, like, I'd send selfies like this, like, protect your lips, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Don't let anybody touch your lips. And then...
You were the jealous boyfriend.
I wasn't even a boyfriend yet. You know what I mean? I was just helping her. I was advising her with her career. She came for career advice. And then it was Valentine's as well. So I thought, hey, it's going to be cheesy. And then also the other thing is that the 17th is your former housemate's birthday. So I was like, no, I'm not going to start dating my new girl on my ex's birthday.
Good
So
thinking there. Good
we started
thinking.
dating on the 18th of February 2019. Was it 2018? Yeah, 2019. Yeah, and then, yeah, that was that.
Oh, okay. So you're still happily married, and then Kamo, you are happily in a relationship as well.
Yeah.
Something
I'd
like
say,
that.
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay.
I'd say I've found, like, I think a second and third wife.
Second and third wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
you like
Serge, are
polygamy.
you for polygamy?
Polygamy.
I can approve it.
Why not?
I cannot approve it. As we look at the religion to where we come from, we look at a lot of things. That's why we say always we cannot approve certain things like that.
Yeah. Okay. And Joanna, clearly you for polygamy. Clearly.
Well, I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
I wasn't for it in the past. Like my dad was very much against it because my grandfather was obviously a polygamist.
Yeah.
Well, it's not obvious, but I mean, that's the reason why my dad was against it, I guess. He was born to my grandfather's first wife, you know?
Yes.
And I was also like against it because now we westernized in our thinking and everything else.
Yeah.
But you know, some women are not fully capable of being 100% devoted wife. You know what I mean? But you could still love that woman. But unfortunately, you know, the duties of a wife need to be carried out by women who want to perform the duty of the wife. And my belief is that women are incapable of love in the first place.
Hey, bro, that's a very strong accusation.
It's not an accusation. It's like it's part of evolution. So,
Yes.
child mortality or infant mortality is very high in less modernized societies. So, back in 100,000 years ago, you know, a lot of women, or you know, the women that were alive then, would have failed pregnancies. And even in modern days, you know, a lot of women have failed pregnancies. I mean, it's not like as high a percentage, but throughout your life, you might have an ectopic or, you know, something might happen through a pregnancy that does not carry to term. There's many women that go through that. And women have then evolved to not let that be something that is fatal to them, you know? Them not being able to carry a child through to term does not determine whether they're able to continue to have children or to want children or to desire children. And also, they don't get into like a depressive state, as one would assume from things like miscarriages. Like if you speak to old ladies, like old grannies, and they'll tell you, oh no, I had like 2 miscarriages or something like that. You know what I mean? And you'd be like, oh, granny, that's such a big deal. Like you never told me about it. It's like, oh, well, you know, these things happen and these things did happen. So, the human animal needed to also decide which one is the one that's going to be the lover, and the man is the lover. You have a child, 9 months of the child's, you know, like life, it's inside the mother's womb. There's that bonding that happens. But, you know, the father's love for his children, you know, comes without having to have, you know, physical contact like that, having the baby grow inside them. The father's love for the mother, you know, is supposed to endure even if, you know, she gets in and out of shape or whatever the case may be. It's not like we can turn off our genes to attraction and what we find appealing, but we are able to turn our love to, you know, one woman in particular, or the woman that we're having children with, and love them. You know what I mean? So with women, the situation doesn't allow for them to always find love. I mean, in most of civilization, we've been at war. You know, there's been war, men go out and fight, they're soldiers, you know what I mean? When they return from war, the one that you love might not be the one that's returning. You know what I mean? The one that you end up with might not be the one that you grew up with and thought, oh no, I'll spend the rest of my life with. And then women are then forced to make choices. Okay, which one will be the most beneficial to me and my children, and make sure that we're protected and we're provided for. You know, so women make that calculation, whereas men don't ever have to consider that. No man has ever thought to himself, I'm taking this woman because she's going to be able to protect and provide for me anything. You know what I mean? A woman doesn't have to bring anything to the table because the man loves her. That is it. He accepts her as she is, you know, and loving is about accepting as one is, you know. It's not like liking. Liking is like, okay, fine, we're making each other happy right now. That's why I like you. But when you make me upset, I don't like you right now. So that's how women ebb and flow. You know, they're about being made happy and liking guys, you know what I mean, and being courted, you know what I mean, and that's why it is important that, you know, a man is supposed to like approach a woman and not the other way around because, he's the one that's supposed to love her and accept her as she is. And if he is the one that is courted by this woman, then he's actually falling for a woman who is incapable of loving him because she doesn't love, and women are incapable of love. And also, he won't know whether she's got genuine intentions to honor and to respect him.
So now our topic today is, are married men the prize? Because, basically we've been getting, DMs from women and guys, and basically asking us to talk about different topics. And this actually stood out. Are married men the prize? Because now, guys, a lot of women now, okay, let me not say a lot, you know what I mean? Some women are going for married men. And you guys have been married before.
Most women go for married women.
Yes.
Most women go for married
women. And one more thing, it's because, remember when a woman sees you and you are married, they see a ring on your hand, they know already you can provide that security, you're serious about life. You know? I was trying to anybody who's just out there with plummates and they just want to date this one, you are serious. You took that step to say, okay, I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna start a family. And with women, most of the times they don't want, if they see another woman with a guy, they don't want somebody who's like that. They want specifically that guy.
They want that guy.
That one. Because now we are seeing the results, you understand? Like we can see the ring on his finger. We can see how this man is dedicated. So, hey, let me slide in there and hoping to remove whoever is.
Hey.
Yeah. Because then I used to have like a lot of that situation.
Really? Like you were married and women were hitting on you?
They will hit on you. You're like, you're at a club or whatever, the bar there, and they're like, oh.
Yeah, you shouldn't be at a club or a bar if you're married.
Yeah. That's where they will be like,
unless
hey,
you're with your wife.
Yeah, you understand.
So they can see you wearing a ring, you are
wearing
married.
A ring. Then
but they'll
that's
still
when they come.
you.
Yeah, I don't wear rings.
Yeah.
Then I stopped wearing it. I ended up taking it because it was a problem. Like every time it's like you are the price. Like you're correct. You are the price as a married man.
Jeez. Serge, is that true? Did it also happen to you?
Look, it happened a couple of times. We see some of the women, let's say 50% of them. You understand it? They prefer to chase after men who's married. They feel like a man who's married is more responsible person who will take care of them since he's been taken care already from the marriage, from the woman that he have in the house. That's why they feel like that's their first option to target when they come in terms of relationship. We have a few too who don't prefer a married man. You understand?
Yeah.
They feel like they want to own their men. You understand? That's why you can share with anybody. You understand? But the most of them, if we can talk, they don't care if you meet a man that is married. They go for the man that is married. They have their reason what they target between the man that is married has already been taken away to another woman. I don't know how they feel about it. And then you find some of women, they even going for their friend, husband, just to have a relationship with their close friend. We see some of them, they are dating their own sister husband, you understand? Just because of what? They decide to be with a married man. They feel that married man is a good care.
Yeah.
We provide security.
I completely disagree with that summation. I don't think it's got anything to do with married men and them being providing. I just think that women are conniving. Sisters who beef, who fight about what clothes they wear, will end up fighting about men. They'll want to steal men from each other. Women just want to destroy other women. Women want to see other women unhappy. So it's not the man is completely irrelevant. The ring means that some woman out there is happy because she's been chosen. I have not been chosen, and I want to destroy her happiness so she can be unchosen just like me.
Yeah. So when a Nota, you are saying basically they just want to destroy the
another
other
woman's happiness. That is all it's about. It's got nothing to do with whether men can provide or anything else.
But what
because if it was about provision,
Yes.
he cannot provide the same. He can provide for one woman as he can provide for two women. So you're going to be provided for less if you're finding a man who's already taking care of another woman already. So it can't be about provision. It's about protection or attention and all of that stuff. He's already committed to a woman who's going to call at any point in time. You're going to have to lie about your relationship. You're a sneaky link. You know what I mean? It's a shameful. You're a mistress.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can be proud about. You cannot wave your relationship in front of people people's faces or anything like that. So you're denying yourself that thing. It's just that about I'm making sure when you're with him, that woman is not with her man.
But
and
what
she
if-
is miserable wherever
Yeah.
she is because she's not with him.
Oh my
and he
God.
can make me happy right in this moment. And that's all it's about. It's about making sure that other women are upset. And that's just how women in general
Would you say maybe
like
it's
move.
stability? You know, because you want
There's,
somebody who's
there's no
stable.
stability with a cheating man because he's probably going
You
to
know
get
what?
caught
That's
and
why.
divorced.
That's why I have 3 different guys with 3 different views because
Yeah.
we want to hear all the different views from the different guys.
You know, I think on the circle that way is on the circle that I see a lot of things that is going around. Look, we see most married men, they've been having shaking relationships, especially on their marriage, because of what? Let me say, he have money, may prefer to provide that money to the side chick, rather than providing the money to the wife in the house. You understand? You find the wife in the house is struggling with the few stuff, cars, paying school for the kid. But the man is taking the money from inside the house,
Taking to the side
going
chick.
giving to the side chick.
Yeah.
But in the house, he cannot provide. That's why we see most relationship is coming with a shaking relationship where the relationship is not going well. Because you find out what the man is doing more effort to the outside chick. He's even trying to divorce with the wife to go for the side chick because they feel that there's an happiness that way they get.
Yes.
On the later stage, when they look at on that, they'll regret when things are not going well. Because I have a few female friend, who go through type of relationship like that, where on the beginning of the relationship, they were okay. Some of them, they got married when the man did not have nothing. When the man become successful, he been winning tenders, projects. You understand? He been promoted where he used to work. He got money now. You understand? Now the wife has got nothing to do, nothing to say. Now he's going for what? He's going for the side chick. You understand? When you look at even the history of that side chick, doesn't even have any qualification to your wife, somebody that who accepted you when you do not have nothing. Now you decided to leave somebody who accepted you when you do not have nothing to go for the side chick that you meet. Let me bring it on this way, on my direction. The side chick, I call them like a slay queen to me because he chases after this money. He chases after this man. You know very well that this man have a wife in the house. First of all, as a woman, if you respect, you're proud of yourself. Why you need to go after a man who's got already have a wife
Exactly.
and the kid
Who's
who
married.
built,
Yes.
who built this family? You don't even know where they started to build their family. You understand?
Yes.
You come between to disturb their relationship. You understand? On that basis, donc you just come there to destroy people's relationship.
Yes.
You understand?
It's what Nota was saying.
Yeah, to
Basically,
me-
they was just there to destroy.
Yeah, I feel like most women just come to destroy
Yes.
people's relationship.
That's
You
it.
understand? That's all what they want.
But my question is why would a side chick destroy or
Woman. Don't say it's not a side chick
okay
thing.
the
It's a
woman?
woman thing.
Let's say
It's
this,
a woman that's upset.
Let's say this woman who wants this married man.
She doesn't want the married man.
Okay.
She wants other women to be as unhappy as
Let's
she
say
is.
she doesn't know the wife.
She doesn't
Why
care.
would she want her to be
She
unhappy?
wants
as
other
I'm saying?
women. She wants any woman. Women are mimetic. Women go through things at the same time, the same thing. When women are wearing weave, everyone's got a weave. When you got a lace frontal, everyone's got a lace frontal. We're wearing long nails, everyone's wearing that.
Aibo.
So I'm just saying,
Nota.
women are
Look
mimetic.
at you. I'm
know,
wearing
no,
my frontal and my nails.
From another point of view,
Yeah.
me,
So,
I think also.
Ororona, we
You're mimetic. Women are just mimetic. They mimic each other. When Kim Kardashian is dressed like this, every other girl's gonna
We all
dress
want
like
to be
this.
like Kim
You
Kardashian.
understand? It's mimetic. So that's how women are. Now, when a woman is unhappy and other women are happy, it's not in sync with the mimetic nature of women. So they want to make other women unhappy. Look at it like this: Taylor Swift, Adele, all of them. What do they espouse? It's a jilted woman who is, unlucky in love and you know what I mean, keeps finding the wrong guys over and over again. And that's because her fan base, majority of them, they go through ups and downs with the relationship and that's what they want to relate to. So now she needs to project this. When Adele finds happiness or whatever, all her fans are unhappy. Trashing this guy.
Because they don't
Taylor
want her to
Swift,
be happy.
She found this new football player, thingamajig. Anything he does, the fans are like, oh, leave this guy right now,
Yo.
leave this guy. And that's what women do. So they want her to be alone just like they are.
Oh
You know
my
what
goodness.
I mean, I made the mistake of like making a love album with my wife. You know what I mean? It's called Songs in the Key of Love. It's about, celebrating love and everything else. And
Is the album
trust
out?
me, yeah, it came out with one Sama, everything. So all the fans and everything else, all they wanted was her to be unhappy. They would troll anything that had to do with me. They would attack her on social media just so that she can like, leave your husband, whatever. If he's successful, they don't give a damn. We want you to be alone just like we are. We want to be miserable. And that's the content that women are being fed. The comments, the DMs, everything is like, hate men. You need to be single and alone and miserable. And there's a lot of these
ladies,
miserable
are you
women
listening?
that
Married
are
women.
creating this attack. There's women that are turning to being sangomas right now. Majority of the reason why they're being sangomas is to bewitch people's relationships. There's women that go to sangomas all the time. The majority of the money that they spend at the sangoma is not to make money. Women don't go to sangomas to say, I want to be rich, I want to snake. They want a man or they want to destroy a relationship. It's either or. You understand what I'm saying? And it's all part of the same thing. They want a man who's already in a relationship so that they can bring about some other woman's unhappiness. Women, the voodoo that they do to one another, the Ouija boards, whatever you call it, all that stuff, it's the same stuff that they do in high school. They're teasing each other, they're spreading rumors about one another.
What did you say? Because now you touched on something about back in the days, we all went to war as men, right? And we come back, say, short. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now...
You come back, say, yeah, sure.
Yeah, because now there's like 100 men and 300 women.
It's not even about 100
You know
men.
what I mean?
There's
Could it be
one
that?
general.
Yeah.
You understand that?
So,
so they want the general.
Yeah.
Every
They want the
woman
married
wants,
men.
every
Yeah,
woman
want the
wants, no,
high-
it's not the married man is not the general.
Oh.
Every woman wants the general, the main guy. And the
main guy,
problem is
yeah.
that the main guy is 1% of the guys. So it means that 99% of 50% of the population is going to be with a guy who's not the main guy. You're going to be, majority of you are dating the ice boy. Unfortunately,
it's women are looking for high value men,
and therefore
basically, and
they
that's
don't want the ice boy, so they stay single and they don't date the ice boy. Or if they date him, they play with him, they cheat on him with other guys who are better. You understand what I'm saying? And therefore, that relationship doesn't materialize into something that can fulfill her happiness, right? So a lot of women are now, because they can't get Brad Pitt. Anyone who's with Brad Pitt or anyone who's with a Brad Pitt, they want to destroy, and that's most women because there's only.
But
like
now,
one Brad Pitt.
whether that thing is what creates polygamy, because now there's like I said, 300 women, 100 men.
So
You know
if
what I
I'm
mean? So what's
Bill
going to happen
Gates-
to the other?
I want to
is
put it
this-
to you like
is
this.
this how
if I'm Bill
polygamy is
Gates,
created
I'm just
sometimes?
saying, if I'm Bill Gates,
Yes.
ne, and
Yes.
I now provide for Melinda French Gates, I provide for her and her family because I'm a billionaire. How many girls, right, if there's a billionaire who could marry 100 women, like Genghis Khan did or whatever, you know what I mean? How many families would then derive an economic benefit from marriage? Because marriage is like an economic contract. It's like, yes, I'm going to provide for you. There's laws that, legislated and everything else. It's recognized in law. How many women would benefit? Instead of now, Bill Gates is married to one woman, and then every time he's interested in other women or whatever, it's now a rumor. It's in the National Enquirer. It brings down his stock price. It brings down his company just so that he can have this one woman.
So when you think he should have many?
I'm just saying, if he had many women, we wouldn't care that Melinda French wanted to leave. And all of those women and all their families would benefit economically. And we'd have a much more equitable society. Instead of having the men with all the top resources now having to stick to monogamy just so that, we can even out the scale. Because the reason why we invented monogamy was so that the men that aren't at the top level, they also stand a fighting chance because women are hypergamous. So it was to even that out. But the problem with that is that men are never supposed to be given a helping hand. You should never. If the man is not going to climb up to the top on his own, you shouldn't now change the system or change the rules to now give him a chance, because now you're defeating the purpose of why there's a hierarchy in the standing of men.
Okay, Forbidden, you also raised a very interesting point there, that it's also stability. They also want stability. That's why they'll go for the married men.
Yeah, because I once asked these two girls, right? I was like to them, if you had to choose between a husband or a boyfriend, not even a husband, a boyfriend who really, really loves you, like they into you, like 100%, and then you found a well-made-of guy, right, who has options. That ways, like they have 3-4 chicks, and they can provide anything that you want. You say, I want to go to Dubai right now. They're like, okay, here. You know what I mean? Let's go there. but you're just not the only girl.
Yeah.
And which one would you choose? And both of them chose the guy
No ways.
because you can't eat
Are you
love,
serious?
man. I'm telling you on the real, you can't eat love. They'll tell you straight up, like, yeah.
Women
I'm gonna
don't love.
you. Yeah,
Women
you know
are
what I mean?
incapable of love. Like love is not something
That is not
exists.
true.
Why do ugly 90-something-year-old men find women? Because women don't. Love does not equate in the whole entire thing.
So that's the situation there.
So that's why, okay, so you are saying that's why they're going for the married men because they're more
Stability,
stable, they have the
exactly.
money
have
to
the money.
provide, they're
Because
providers.
remember, as guys, like by the time we get to 35 upwards,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Now you're sorted, you've got your own house, you've got your own car, you know what I mean? You're working, everything is nice. And like now, somebody who still
You know
go
who
high
you
school.
are.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So for them, they're like, okay, I want to go for that. Unlike going for somebody who is still go high school or whatever, or
Okay.
college.
This
you
is
know what I mean?
this is interesting because you guys are all above 35, right?
No, I'm 34.
I'm 48.
Yo, I just turned 34 like last month.
You almost
out of the...
Oh yeah, figure man.
at the stage, yeah, I'm
Okay, so you
35.
guys
But
are
I'm 4 years married. You say I got married at 30.
yeah. Okay, so you guys are like above 30.
Above 30.
You in your prime.
You in your prime.
As a man,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're in our
between
prime.
the ages
Yes.
of 35
Yes.
and
50.
45, 50.
Yeah.
You are in your prime.
Do you see a difference with how women approach you now compared to when you were in your 20s?
Yes.
Serge?
Highly.
There is a big difference. I'm trusting you. During the time that you used to be 20, you must understand during that time you do not have money. You understand? Maybe when you reach in a certain age, women see you that you are driving a car, especially when you're driving a flashy car. They'll chase for
They
you
want
because
you
of
now.
that. That's why you see what I can say on this moment in our generation now, there's no relationship. The relationship is only about profits, about money. When you look at around Santen, Four Ways, Waterfall, most young girls who live there in their own house, they don't work.
True.
Where they get money from the married man who's paying rent for them, who provide them the car. When you fall upon that married man, what he do, you look at the history. He's got about 2 to 3 wives that he's busy looking after, plus the young girl that he's putting there. That's the life that is now. You understand?
Just what you said,
yeah.
they would rather be within this polygamy situation than being with somebody.
Than being with somebody who's broke.
There is no relationship. You can't call it as a relationship. You know, there's a couple of friends that I know, I respect them. When you look at them, you cannot believe they're in the same direction, where they even accepting to be the second wife for one of the high-profile guy, an old man, again, not even, we're talking about 30-something, we talk about 50-something and the 60-something.
Yeah.
And then when you have a child with a type of person like this, he's older than your man. You understand? He's older than your father, actually. You understand? And then you're going to bring somebody like that to your family to introduce him to a family. What are you trying to show? What example are you showing? Especially to your elder sister. You understand? To your mom. Even some of the parents who accept them.
They will accept it.
And
yeah,
then I find
say,
it wrong. You understand? And then I feel like even the parents, they might be part of that. You
gonna
understand?
benefit from that situation.
Yeah, but
So-
I mean, I like to put it like this. Like for me, like my gap with my first wife, I'll put it like that because I don't know how it's gonna end up. Is 1 year. So I dated girls that were born in 1991. Even your housemate was born in 1991. So like I never had a gap with a woman. Like I'd always go the same age bracket right now. So now as I move to whether I get a second wife or anything else, like the next step is like, okay, 2001. Okay. So that's a 10-year gap from
1991.
thing. Interestingly enough, it was my wife that asked me first whether I would like to take a second wife. You know what I mean? Like, umuntu ozomncedisa. That's what she put it in those words. You know.
Did she really want that?
I don't know. I thought it was a trick question. That's the thing. So now I was thinking it's a trick question, and I don't know whether it's really a trick question. And it played on my mind. And
How must you answer that?
so I denied it. You know what I mean? Because also in my mind at that point in time, I'd already said no, monogamy is the way and everything else. It's only now things have happened in my life that actually, you know, have revealed to me that, you know what, what if that was like a genuine desire of hers? And also, when I observe her personality, you know, she'd have like little quirks. Like she's got like some Asperger's, you know, syndrome type vibes going on. Like sometimes she just does like weird things, like where she'd just be like, I wouldn't say mean, but like I'd be like, okay, that hurts me. Like I'd feel hurt by just how, you know, distant she'd be or disassociated from certain things she'd be. And I think that she knew that she goes in and out of that. And, you know, maybe she might not want to present it as like a red flag because she's not wanting to chase me away. But knowing that, she'd know that, hey, I might be a little bit too much to handle.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know,
But
someone
like,
else to assist.
but like honestly, Nota, you know, like knowing you are the person who loves love.
Yeah,
like,
I am a
I can
lover.
see
I'm a lover boy.
you're still in love with her.
Yes, of course. There's no way I would marry a woman, lobola her, do all that thing, bring my family if I wasn't in love. But that's why I say men are the lovers.
Are you guys happy?
What do you mean? I don't know whether she's happy, but like right now, I'm, you know, happier than I
Yeah.
was. You know, I've gone through the loneliness phase, like, and I wanted to be alone. Like for 6 months, I just was alone and like never saw anyone, never spoke to anyone. You know, I was hiding out, and then I was also like just trying to figure myself out, you know, doing a whole lot of things. I was actually hanging out with this guy a lot, you know, and he didn't even know what I was going through. Like he had me
I had
shooting
no
some
idea.
show. Yeah.
I had no idea what was going
So
on.
I was just
Abona
keeping
hore,
myself
man.
busy.
There's
It was
something
good.
wrong.
No, I didn't.
But I was showing up on time,
He was
you
on
know,
time,
like-
everything. Like,
Because,
he's fine, you know
because
what I mean?
not today, when I saw Nota and the way Anapuanka, his wife, like you could see, man, Nota's not okay.
Why?
No, I could see it. Like I could see.
No,
you're
I
not
know.
okay.
I mean, like our situation is not okay, but I'm really happy that I just come from a nice vacation in Cape Town, and the weather was terrible, but I had fun.
Yeah.
The weather was terrible. You know,
Yeah.
cars were being blown over bridges and stuff like that. You know,
Oh,
it's crazy.
snap, that's bad.
But yeah, I think like I'm saying is like, you know, I just misread that situation, and that was like maybe me not being honest and like learning that certain lies are not like lies like did you smash that girl, yes or no? Okay, you know, that's like a lie maybe you have to tell, or maybe you have to figure out the perfect time to tell it and properly.
Yeah.
But a lie like, would you like a second wife? Do not lie, tell the truth.
Tell the
What
truth.
need-
Well, I mean, if the situation puts me in such a situation, I don't
Yeah.
see why it would be a possibility if you're the one that's suggesting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I should have said that.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Is
you know
there,
what I mean?
is there something you want to say to her? You can look in the camera and tell her something.
No, I can't do that. I
Gotcha.
can't do that. I can't do that. I already did that, but I mean, like, no, our lawyers will talk. When it comes to just me, like in my frame of mind, like right now, like I want happiness, I want kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I'm at the bar with you guys, like, and you guys are talking about your kids and everything else, you know, I just feel terrible. And like now I'm like a step-up father, like, you know what I mean, to all my
And you know the funny thing
nieces and
is,
nephews.
the funny thing is, even like you always spoke about kids. I remember
Yeah.
you always spoke about kids.
Yeah, and I'm so good with kids. Like all my nieces and nephews love me. Like,
Okay,
you know
no,
what I mean?
may God bless you soon. And Forbidden, would you go back with your ex?
No, I don't do that. Like for me, once you're an ex, you're an ex. I don't go back.
Yeah.
I've got a rule, 2 rules when it
Okay.
comes to dating.
What
Rule
is it?
number 1, never get back with your ex.
Yeah.
Rule number 2, never break rule number 1.
Aibo.
Simple. It's that clean, you know? Because the thing is, if they screwed you the first time, they'll screw you again. You
Yeah.
understand?
I get
And
it.
if
People
you-
change, people grow.
No, like
If you
the
screw
rule
them
for me is
also,
like,
you're gonna screw
cheating
them
is
also.
completely like that is
Yeah,
the
like-
fatal flaw. Like you can like sometimes women have mental health issues and stuff like that. So like that.
What
one
about
is
men?
forgettable.
Men also
No,
sometimes they do.
that's no. I'm talking about a woman. A woman cheating. You need to guarantee paternity. You can't even love. You're not even capable of love. The least you can do is guarantee that kid is mine. You understand? You know how many people are going through
70%.
paternity tests now? You know what I mean?
Of men are raising kids that are not theirs.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I need. I need guaranteed paternity, and therefore cheating is completely out of the question. Like I need to know that kid's mine. You know what I mean? I'm not raising another man's kid because, like, you know, that's lying to myself and lying to God. You know what I mean? I'm not fulfilling my purpose. Your purpose on here is to give a man kids. My purpose on here is to have kids and make sure that I can provide for them so that they can also have kids and have give me
Start your own
grandkids.
tribe,
That's it.
basically.
And
That's
then,
a tribe.
Serge, would you But you've said it, like you are raising your ex-wife's kids.
Look, we are different in this world. To me, if I call myself as a father, I don't have a problem to raise my partner's kid because we start showing love from where we come from. You understand? I don't mind if that man was not able to raise a kid and then I meet my partner, I have the kid, trust me, I'll handle them like my kid. To become who am I today, it was because I was raising other men's kid when I meet my partner. You understand? Because I don't see a reason why must I meet somebody that I love and then that person have a kid, I must not love a kid. It means there's no love between me and that person.
Yes.
You understand? For me, to become very responsible person, I feel like I need to raise somebody's kid. You understand? To become very strong, to work hard, and then to provide. When my child come, and then there'll be all of them together, and then I'll continue to do my work that I've been doing. That's why I say that some of us, we come in the different world. You understand?
Yeah.
Even in his space, he's getting worried, raising other men's kids. But to me, I'm not going to follow his direction because how I feel about it. I'll take it, I'll raise somebody's kid. Sometimes some of my friends, you understand, they've been disappointed from different relationship. She's got pregnant, but the boyfriend doesn't have money to go to the hospital to go pay. He's scared to go to the government.
Yes.
He need to go to the private hospital. With the love that I have since I have a child, and then I was married before, I was having a partner. Why I must not feel to assist her? If that man fail, he drop a partner when the partner was having a pregnant. That's him. I'm not going to follow his direction.
Yes.
It's about love that you have in your heart.
Yes.
If I feel to help her, helping somebody, you get blessing on the different direction.
Exactly.
It's not about you helping that person. You expect the person that you help to return back to you. That should be wrong in a different direction.
Yes.
To me, I've got any objection on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me
Thank you.
ask this, Serge. So if you are raising another man's child, right? In a relationship, what happens when you want to discipline that child? Isn't there that whole thing that this is not your kid? And
I'll give you a little bit of a background. When I was with my partner, she was having 2 kids. They were not living with us. I asked her to bring the kid to be with us. And then so that it make me to become strong, to feel very responsible. And then I give it my rules in the house. I always tell her mom, I say, look, if they feel they want to go visit their father, I don't expect them to call their father to send them money or to book a flight to go visit their father. I'll take a responsibility for that. Because as a man, that even the Bible said that you are the king of the house.
Yes.
You are a provider. But when you are allowing those kids to call their father to ask money for flight, what do you expect that father to feel? Like you are not taking care of those kids. You understand? You need to take that responsibility.
You need to step up.
You understand?
Yes.
You need to do that. I never asked them one day or to call their father to ask him the money to buy the book from the school. I never done it. I was always the king of the house to provide.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yes.
Even if today I meet a girlfriend, you have 2 kids. If I love my partner, I'll take care of those kids. Being a man, you need to show face. You are capable to take care of what she have. Because when you're gonna start already not to like a kid, what do you expect from your partner to do? You'll do the same thing. I get worried sometimes with some of the women when you meet a man is telling her that I don't want your child, and then you even accept that. You meet this man, he say want to marry you, but doesn't want your
And
child,
how
and then
do
you
you-
take your child, you
Exactly.
send it to your mom. And then what type of woman are you?
It doesn't make sense.
And
How
then there's
do
no
you,
relationship.
Women
How
don't
do you
love.
accept
Like,
that?
that's why I
Also,
said
I
women
guess-
don't
I
have
guess-
love. So that's
I
why
think-
they think nothing of it. They hide children. There's one who's a younger sister. All of a sudden, you find out it's actually her first daughter or a younger brother.
But,
you find out.
but not all
we
women.
need
No,
to
but I'm
look
just saying
into
it
the
happens a
certain thing.
lot.
It could be
A lot.
there is a reason why she did it, because some of men, when they found out, trust me, I have a lot of friends around me. Sometimes they do say, hey, I'm not going to date this girl because he's got a child.
That's true.
Because
You
But
understand?
you know,
The
you
thing
know what
is-
the damage is. I just say that before we close because we're about to run out of time. My thing is this: the most important thing is a child having something that belongs to them, and the most important thing that belongs to the child first is their parent. And a child that grows up with their grandmother, a child that does not have "this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine," grows up with issues. You do not want to put that on your child. You know what I mean? You need to raise your child in an environment where they know what is theirs. You know what I mean? Because that is giving them identity. It's things that gives them identity, you know, as they grow up. And it's very important. You see the results of children that were raised by their grandmothers or away from their parents in a group of siblings where the older one was raised by the grandmother, but the other younger one stayed at home, you know, and those kids grow up differently as well. And when they're adults, they relate to one another differently as well. So that's one thing that I don't want to happen to children, to be raised by someone else. And as it comes to like the other thing of raising other men's kids, I think that you should legally adopt those children. In my primary school, there were a lot of parents who got divorced and then got remarried, and then the new father would then have to adopt those children, because at my school they were very strict on like who's got the parental rights to pick up kids. So a stepfather or a new boyfriend can just pick up the kids at the school. So you know, they were like really encouraging that whole entire process. No, illegally adopt the children since you're now married, and then whatever, change the surname and everything else, and then that's how you step up as a father. But as for, you know, now raising as a boyfriend, you know, you're also stopping the woman who might not have a valid reason to be apart from the baby's father to actually pursue the relationship for the kid's sake.
Yes.
For me, that's the most scariest thing, in closing, the most scariest thing about raising someone else's kid is you raise this kid from an early age, and then they grow up, take them to school and everything else. And then one day that kid is going to look at you and be like, you ain't my father. You understand that pain after raising this person.
I know that.
You understand? So
well,
for me,
I understand that.
Most men are scared of that situation.
I'm
That's
also
why
scared
they're
of
like,
that.
hey, let's not even try this thing, because now you're gonna. And what happens if you create that bond with that kid, right? And then you grow together and whatever, and then you decide to break up with that woman. Then what happens with your bond between you and?
So that's why
You
it
must
is
still
important.
continue. You
but
must
that's why it's
continue with
important
that
to
bond.
legally adopt the child. Because when you legally adopt the child,
He's
you
still be your
say,
child.
"I love you so much. I went
Yes.
through an entire process, had to get vetted, so that I could tell the government and the state that you are mine. You belong to me. I own you."
Yes.
You know, I own the right to be your father.
Yes.
And that's why I encourage that process.
So with closing, are married men the prize?
Yes, definitely.
I think accomplished men are the prize, and accomplished men being the prize
Yes.
can then share that prize with more than one woman.
Okay. Serge?
Good options.
I'll give the same option that you say.
Yes.
I think I'll support that.
Thank you. That's why we have SA Men Talk, to get different views. So from me, Tebogo, it's goodbye. Forbidden, Nota, Serge, you can say your byes, guys. Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, and don't forget to subscribe. Click the
Notification bell.
notification bell,
And like.
and
Subscribe,
comment
like,
on the
and follow.
comment section and like. Bye.